What's happening, guys? So in this video I'm going to be talking about Balogun, right? Because I'm reading on here. I mean, you can't believe everything that you read, but you know, I'm going to cover it just in case. Phenomenal. £50 million Arsenal players' representatives have now held talks with Chelsea over a possible move, right? A possible move. That is according to a report from Football Transfers, which notes that the USMNT International is likely to leave Emirates this summer amid concerns over game time he will get in Mikel Arteta's side. But you see, here's the thing, right? If Balogun, you know, comes on in a few games or something like that, and he's scoring left, right, and centre every time he comes on, that to me is like, okay, he's worthy to start some games then, right? That's what could happen with him this season. Following Balogun may well be one player who brings in a fee for Arsenal this window. The 22-year-old scored 21 goals in League One while on loan with Rennes last season. Chelsea in talks over possible Balogun move. His pathway at Arsenal is blocked by Gabriel Jesus and potentially Eddie Nketiah, which I think is a shambles, right? That Eddie Nketiah is going to get kept in this side over Balogun, when you could at least see what Balogun's about now that he's come back from scoring 22 goals in France. You know what I mean? This is why I can't trust Arteta to make the right decisions. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't. We were top of the table all of last season, right?
Emotional damage.
April Fool's Day, we beat Leeds United 4-1, right? Trossard played good in that game. He was man of the match for the month before, right? What does Arteta do? Oh, I'll bench you throughout April. And the only reason he started games was because of injury to Martinelli.
Damn!
So knowing Arteta can do that, how can I trust him? Knowing he can do that. Knowing that a player could be on form, but because he feels like it, I'm just going to bench you.
Stop it. Get some help.
How can I trust a manager like that? But yet some of you are like, why are you so negative? Get Arteta out, what you mean? Now, I'm not saying that he benched Trossard and that's why we didn't win the league. But the point I'm making is, you are top of the table. When you have a player in form, right? When you have a player that's in form, why would you then turn around and bench the player? And one other thing about Trossard as well is, we hadn't lost the game yet. I think apart from back end of the season, we hadn't lost the game when he started. This is what I mean about him. So for all we know, Kai Havertz could hit the ground running, right? For all we know, he might start bagging in some goals. I can't trust Arteta not to do some dumb shit. You know what I mean? You just can't put it past him. So I don't want him here. Let's continue. And perhaps there's a chance that he could get the chance to move to Stamford Bridge. Football Transfers reports that Balogun's representatives have now spoken to Chelsea about the possibility of a move across the capital this summer. The Bulls suffered not having a prolific striker in their ranks for much of last season, so it'd be no surprise if Nicholas Jackson was not the last forward Mauricio Pochettino's men landed in this window. However, Daily Mail has reported that Arsenal want 50 million for Balogun, so it would be a shock if Chelsea were prepared to pay that kind of money.
What?
It wouldn't be a shock though, would it? I mean, it wouldn't be a shock. They paid 106 million for a midfielder. I mean, like, Chelsea being Chelsea, they'll pay this money if they really want him. Ultimately, Balogun is improving in the Premier League, and his spell at Championship with Middlesbrough proved to be underwhelming. He has shown in France, and he has made a bright start to his international career. Mikel Arteta, meanwhile, has suggested that what he has done over the last 12 months has been phenomenal.
What?
Okay? So why are you willing to let this phenomenal striker go then? That had a phenomenal season last season.
Gotcha,
What sense does that make? Well, why not see what he can do in this team? Why not do that? You know what I mean? It's impossible to keep everybody happy, I know. But why not see what you can do in this team? Let's just hope that when Eddie Nketiah is getting games this season, right? Let's hope that he's scoring in most of them. Because while Jesus was out, he only managed 4 goals in the league. You know what I mean? 4 goals in the league. But he's still proven that when push comes to shove, he's not quite up to it. You know what I mean? It's like he peaked when he scored the 2 goals against Man U. It's like he peaked because he didn't score since. But surely Chelsea will want a more proven goal scorer based on what they already have in the squad. Well, if Poch can get that team going, right, and Balogun's anything like last season for France, in France, who knows? But I just think that it's just stupid to loan the player out so much, and then we possibly might just end up selling him anyway. You know what I mean? The whole point of going on loan, and then, you know, the whole point of going on loan is so you can get more game time, you can improve. So when you come back, you're probably a more improved player. You know what I mean? This fan base will be gassed if we were signing Balogun after what he did in France last season.
Yep.
But they don't seem too asked about him possibly going. You know what I mean? Again, we loaned out Saliba, 3 times in a row? You know what I mean? He wasn't proven in England. And look at him now. Who's to say Balogun might not be that? Who's to say Balogun ain't gonna smash goals in left, right and centre? He might do. He might not. He might flop. England might not be for him. This is why the crack smoking Edu, Spanish Brendan Rodgers, I can't, when push comes to shove, I can't trust their judgment, because they showed us last season. Look at the transfer window in January. Look at the transfer window last summer. You know what I mean? Now we signed Declan Rice. That's gonna paper over the cracks for it now, because now we've had a 10 out of 10 window if we sign Rice. You know what I mean? Because people look at that we've spent over 100 million on a player. You know what I mean? That's what it'll be. That's really what it'll be. You know what I mean? I'm happy that, you know, it looks like we're actually gonna get one of our targets, our main targets and everything like that. But I know what the bigger picture is for these, man. I know what the deal is. You know what I mean? Spend over 100 million on Rice, and then nobody can say that the window was shit, basically, because look how much we spent on one player. That's all it is. PR stunt. You know what I mean? That's what it'll be. Because don't think we're splashing over 80 on someone, and then over 60 on somebody else, and whatever. You know what I mean? Like I said, get Rice, get Timber. That's probably all we'll do now. Then any other signings will be for the future. You know what I mean? I ain't stupid. You know what I mean? I'm old enough to know this. You could fool a child with this. You can't fool a grown man like me. You know what I mean? You can't fool me, because I know what the deal is. So, my thoughts on this is, if we let Balogun go, let's just hope that how we do in the season, you know, we do all right, and let's hope that Eddie Nketiah, when he needs to step up, let's hope he does. Let's hope he does. Let's hope that Eddie Nketiah steps up. You know what I mean? And if he gets remotely any of the game time that you got last season, this season, we better see more goals from him. We'll better see more output. You know what I mean? We better do. But I don't agree with letting Balogun go. If it's gonna happen, I don't agree with that. I think he deserves his shot. But obviously, we favoured Nketiah more. I mean, last season should have told you. Like, look at the game time Nketiah got. He was starting every game when Jesus got injured, until he got injured. He was starting every game, and he only managed 4 goals in the league. I think what was it, 7 in all competitions or something. You know what I mean? But that was enough to say, oh no, he still warrants his place at Arsenal. Again, judgment. I can't trust it. You know what I mean? I can't trust Arteta not to play Zinchenko at left back next season. I can't trust it. He'll keep on doing it. When teams find us out again, I can't trust Arteta to have another game plan. Can't trust it. You know what I mean? But like I said, there's no excuse next season. There's no excuse. But the fans should demand trophies. You know what I mean? You've done all this. Now you go win a trophy. You know what I mean? And I want the league, and I want the Champions League. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Follow the socials, comment, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.